you do have a wife and you do have kids and you manage to be perceived at least at getting a lot of things done simultaneous, having a lot of balls in the air. How do you find the balance? The balance between family and work?
It's a constant struggle. I think for a lot of entrepreneurs that have families, I think it's you have to be passionate about both, and sometimes work kind of wins out over family, and sometimes family wins out over work. But I think one of the things is that you have to separate church and state, and you have to understand that there's only so much time that you can devote to work, and there's only so much time that you have for family, and you got to figure out in your own mind what the right balance is. I mean, for me, one of the decisions about being an entrepreneur and not working in a cubicle, having to go to work, 8 o'clock every day and come back at 6, is I wanted the work-life flexibility. So I work really hard. I work a lot harder than I did when I was a reporter. I work a lot harder than I did when I worked for startups, but it's on my terms, mostly on my terms. Although your clients do sort of tell you what to do.
And your wife might.
And your wife tells you what to do, of course.
Too.
But at least if I decide that I'm not working on Friday, I don't work on Friday. Or if my daughter has a soccer game, then I go to the soccer game and I do the things that are important to me. But I think that even for young entrepreneurs, it's work-life balance is really important, because your friends, the friends that you make when you're young are the friends you could have the rest of your life, and it's important to enjoy your friends and develop a big real life network as opposed to a digital network, and make that part of your life as interesting and as active and as stimulating as working for a startup.
When we went to Carleton, the Facebook of our day was the pub.
Right.
You would go and you talk to your friends, you play
Sure.
euchre, you would sort of connect, and now it's really made a big shift.
Yes and no. I mean, I think that younger people have lots of different ways of communicating with each other, but I don't think they're any less social, or I don't think they've become digital hermits where they just communicate via Facebook. I think there's just innately as human beings we have a need to be analog and to hang out with each other and to do things together.
To bond, to connect to the community.
Exactly, and I would stress so that what I have found as I have become more and more of an entrepreneur is my personal network has become so valuable in terms of new opportunities, new career opportunities, new business opportunities, new personal opportunities, and I tap it all the time. And so what I would say to a lot of younger people is build those networks. Build your personal networks, build your professional networks, because at the end of the day, they're great investments.